I understand that one of the principles behind the science park is the high-speed communication system that is installed here. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. I mean, basically, normally Northern Ireland is looked as being on the edge of everything. It's the one edge of the Atlantic Ocean away from the Americas and on the edge of Europe. But actually, it's like the middle of everything. And it can be in the middle of everything if you get your communications right. The sea is no barrier to today's fibre optics. So what we have done is we have coupled this point in Belfast to the international Tier 1 gateway operated by Bytel here in Belfast. And that means that our data here can travel to any point around the globe as fast as from anywhere else, and in as big a packets. So what we've arranged as far as possible is to have as many carriers and as many separate fibres as we can encourage. At the moment we have 2 separate fibre clusters on separate journeys to those POPs. And round the estate here, we are as resilient as we can be. So 2 fibres in different directions go everywhere. And at every building, we're standing beside one comms room for this building, and the other is in the heart of the building, and the 2 are linked on disparate paths. So basically, high speed and high resilience is what we're after. The last count I did, we're somewhere sort of getting towards 500 megs in use day and daily, with a capacity of something like 5 gigs, thanks to our partners. And so that does make it a special place. But of course, the other part of this is to, the whole reason for the science park is so that our best people, our best and innovative and, obviously people important for the economy, will not feel the need to move. There are too many people in the history of Northern Ireland who have left, if you like, to follow their dream. Some of the names that you might not be familiar with would be people like Dunlop, if you like, invented the pneumatic tire, elected to stay as a vet and sold his idea elsewhere. If we had been around, we'd like him to have found an innovator and done it here and made the company here as opposed to England. Ferguson of Massey Ferguson, left to follow his tractor inventions, and ultimately, the name belongs to others, and so we've lost that. So we'd like to keep the people here, and there is this natural tendency in Northern Ireland, small place, it's not at the centre of anything, so they tend to be, sent out, sort of creamed off the top. So our job is to keep the cream, and our job is to give them facilities that are worthy of the cream, if you like. So that's part of it. So we encourage foreign companies to come here to use them, to hire them, and we also encourage them themselves to create companies and to lead companies, so they create their own demand for more research. So it's the interplay between those 2 things is what we're trying to do here.
Could you tell us about what programs or what models you have for encouraging entrepreneurship here in Northern Ireland?
Well, I guess one of the things I should say, I have no shame whatever, and we will copy and look around for who's done the best in the world. And at the moment, what I think fits us extremely well is the Connect models spawned in San Diego 25 years ago. The style of it and the way that it is governed suits our psyche, so that's what we're doing. So we use the springboard process where companies are encouraged to face up to a challenge of half a dozen local people who give their time for nothing to see if their business model will pass muster. And if they get through that, then the relationships that form as a result of this process often results in having a ready-made board or investment or whatever the company needs. But there are educational programs, again, given by experts. These are not, if you like, sort of privately. They're not like being taught by a teacher. They're being taught by people who've done it. And who are really wanting to help the economy, because in this game of high tech, people do realize that helping someone else is helping yourself. The better the whole environment is, the better your own business does, and that I think is a very important piece of San Diego learning, if you like. But the other thing we're very pleased to do, we inherited it from a former company called Investment Belfast, we now organise the 25k business plan competition in the universities. And this year we've had an exceptional response, I think partly because of the learning we've added to it from San Diego. And we have 20 top-class offerings that are being whittled down to 10, and we'll face some more mentoring and a final decision-making with actual investment people at the end of the summer. So we're looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to this building coming back into use. Its first science park use might well be the Entrepreneur's Ball, the future, the first of what we hope are many through the 21st century. And there'll be, I hope, some Atlantans come and visit us and see the best that we can do.